Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and today we're going behind the scenes in a couple of, just questions that people have had about my new music video, which I'm insanely pumped about, man. Like, I don't think I've ever put anything out on YouTube related to my music that has gotten this many views, so I'm pumped about it. Like, it's easier for my channel to get, a decent chunk of views on a reaction because I'm tying my name to another artist's name. But when people are here just to watch my music video, when 1,625 people in 5 days have come and watched my music video, see, that is a huge honor, and that blew my mind. And if you had not seen the video where I talked about why that was so exciting for me, go watch that video. But essentially it's because when I first released my first song ever back 7 years ago, I thought in one day I was going to get 1,000 views, and I got like 30. Now 7 years later, we did it in less than a day, and it blew my mind, man. So we're finally here. So I have a list of questions for some subscribers on this half a sheet of paper that was ripped unevenly, and we're gonna go through some of them. I'm gonna we'll ask a couple questions, we'll answer a couple questions, but then we'll also watch the video together, and I'll kind of just give a background on some of the stories. So let's do that. Let's actually watch the video. I'll give a couple things, and then we'll do a little Q&A at the end of it. So let's go right into this. Here's the video. That church is out east, Long Island. This was filmed exactly. It was filmed 9/11/2020, which is coming up actually. And so that was relatively middle COVID, I guess. So you could see actually back here that some people, if we rewind it, some people had masks on. The majority of actually people had masks, or 50-50. I just want you. This was filmed on a beach near the church after the service. The wind was crazy, man. It was so funny. Okay, so this right here. So this was a fun day. It was actually a long filming day, longer than I would usually be for like something like this. I filmed a couple weddings in my videography career, I guess we'll call it. Which, the funny thing is, the reason I actually even started filming videos is because as a musician myself, like I had all these videos that I needed for my music, whether it be music videos or acoustic videos or whatever the case is, and I realized I need to start filming stuff, and people realized, wow, you actually have a talent for this. So they were like, you should do this, career-wise. I'm like, well, I don't want to do it career-wise. I want to be a musician. I don't want to make music. I don't want to go film other people's weddings, but I want to, I want people to come hear my music. So, but what I did do is to supplement my income, I would do client work, and a lot of the client work was for businesses, whether it be gyms or just all this different types of like restaurants. I do photo work, video work, for a lot of stuff like that. That's actually how I found the gym that I currently go to now is through video work. They were a client first, and then we really liked that gym. So this day was actually pretty long. So I don't remember what time I got there. I think maybe like 1 o'clock maybe, and maybe it was 11 o'clock or whatever the case. No, I think it was, I don't know, whatever. Regardless, and I was there until like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So this was one of the first things we shot. Like I shot them getting ready, and then they did this like almost like a first look, but they didn't see each other. So it was actually really cool. Like she was blindfolded at first. He walks up. They take photos without seeing each other across the fence because they grew up behind each other in houses, which is just a fun. Like they were neighbors. Won't be like other love songs. That almost looks like it could have been a watch placement right there. So this right here is right before we went into the bus that they were in. I'll be your husband. Let me set a mood, one that is right for this all in moment. 120 frames per second on my Nikon A6400, I believe it was. I'll give you all you've been wanting, and so much more. So this was obviously their first dance, which they did a sticking good job at their first dance, man. Shout out to them. They crushed it. Also, shout out to everybody that was let me use their footage for their videos. So all the different people. Whether it be Liz and Joey, who that just was, or the next people who is dude, funny story. Kira Keith is the next person that I was. Kira is the first person, but I thought that her husband name was Keith. because it's the first name. It's actually Dave. It was just an embarrassing moment that I had. Regardless, the fact this next people, and then Tom and Ebony, shout out to them, and then my wife Jamie, who helped me let me use our video. So yes, I filmed all. So get into some of these questions that we have over here. I filmed all these weddings. I filmed and edited all of them actually.
Back to when I first knew that I loved you. So much has changed, but this has stayed the same.
The funny part about this is this wedding is actually a year later. So that was in September of 2020. This one right now is in June of 2021, at the same exact church. The reason they found me is because the other girl, Liz, posted the clips that I had done for their wedding on her Instagram, and that's why she knew who I was, and she sent me a message on Instagram.
I just want you.
Same exact church. Funny.
Nobody else.
I love shots like this, catching the different phones, catching the photos.
I want your love for myself. 'Cause every day I'm thinking about my life.
So the faster scenes where you see them moving a little bit faster, shout out to my sister because I sent her the preview of the music video beforehand, and she said that it felt a lot like it was kind of all the same pace, so she recommended trying to change it up. So it was a bit more extra work. But that was what I was able to do to try to kind of speed up the pace, speed up the video a little bit more, kind of change the pace of the video. So there was I put out a message, I think in a vlog or something like that, that there was this one section where the music video changed complete directions. What that was it was originally just going to be straight up Liz and Joey's wedding. Just use all the footage from their wedding. Oh, not all of it, but like they were going to be the whole music video. It's going to be just them in the video. Then I was like, wait, hold on. I have this footage from all these other weddings. Like the big turn was when I decided to use all the other ones, including my own wedding, which you'll see at the end. So that was a big change. It was going to be just one couple. Now it's 4 couples. Kind of reminiscent of Ed Sheeran's song. I don't remember the name of the song, but like he has all those different, throughout the world, all those different couples, and shows how long they've been together.
And every night I'm missing you like crazy. It's you.
This is actually at their venue.
And
One of my favorite shots, man.
Nobody else.
Now, this was the week after the first wedding, so September 11th. This is September 18th. This is Tom and Ebony. This is somewhere in Nassau County, that general area. Funny note about this was like the same day that I lost a tremendous amount of money in the stock market. It was a terrible day for me personally, but for them, it was one of the best days of their life. This is actually like straight footage from the wedding video that I made them. It worked perfectly. The funny thing in both this one and the one of Liz and Joey in the beginning, and this one right here, really just worked really well in keeping time with the video. I only had to make a couple adjustments. I ended up changing a lot of shots, but the tempo was actually pretty solid.
Something that I've learned is love can get lost in the busy.
The funny thing is, I actually think I posted about their Liz and Joey's wedding, and they were the week after, like, hey, this is ridiculous last minute timing, but if you're available, we'd love to have some wedding shots. So that was like, hey, I have nothing going on this Saturday, let's do it.
So every day we have, I wanna slow them down, slow them down, slow them down, slow them. Thinking back to when I first knew that I loved
There is so much pressure to get that kiss shot, because if you mess it up, man, that's like the shot. If you mess it up, holy mackerel.
has changed, but this has stayed the same. I just want you.
And that is my wife.
And nobody else.
There we are. This was 3 years ago. We're coming up on a 3-year anniversary. November 10th, 2018 was our wedding date. coming up on our 11-year dating anniversary and 3-year wedding anniversary.
Baby, it's true. I want your love for myself.
These shots came out so sick. So obviously this is the one part of the video that I did not film. However, we knew that I was able to edit videos, so it was like so expensive that it was like $3,000 for them to like do the whole day, or something, $3,500 or something like crazy. But what we did instead is we did just the raw footage. They came and filmed everything for $1,000, and then they gave us a flash drive, which is right here. This flash drive right here. It was all my own wedding footage that I ended up creating a wedding video from. But these shots are sick, man. I really like them in like the woodsy area.
'Cause every day I'm thinking about my lady, and every night I'm missing you like
This venue was beautiful, man.
crazy. It's you, and nobody else, nobody else.
There we go. I'm leaning towards making this my new logo, which is kind of sad because I'd have to like deviate from that. But I really like this, man, a lot. It's like really clean and classy. So there we have it. That is the music video, which I took an idea from Billie Eilish and put like blank nothing at the back of it so that you can see these and it doesn't interrupt them. So that's a little side note. So a couple of the questions we answered, like what was the big turning point? The slow motion, I like filming in slow motion. I think it just adds... It keeps footage easier to watch, I think, because there's less jittering. Yeah, so let's see. I answered how I got the gigs. Oh, actually, the first gig. Let me tell how I got the first gig which is Liz and Joey. My friend Devin, who actually played the piano, Devin Stone right here, played the piano. You can see it right here in this piano version right here. It says featuring Devin Stone. He got married September 4th of 2020. And this was like literally 2 weeks before all the weddings. So like he was the first one to get married, and Liz was in his, it's such a small world, was in his wedding, and he was one of the bridesmaids. So we were talking and stuff, and I was like, they were debating whether or not they should get a videographer. And I was like, look, what we could do is, if you want, I could do it for you, and it'll be like a actually my wife got the gig for me because they were on the bachelorette party and talking to him. And like I could do it for you. I could do it for you for a fair price because we know you and all that stuff. So they just hired me because I knew Devin, and then it was just such a small world. But yeah, so the last thing we're gonna talk about is how I randomly found the song too. Like I was on my way home from Aruba on the plane, and I wanted to work on music because I had this it's like Jones and to be creative, and this idea, like I was like, you know what, let me scroll through some of my voice memos, just see some old songs, and I randomly came across it. I wrote it in like 2019. The chorus is "I just want you." It was just this acoustic version, and nobody else. It pretty much had the whole chorus. So then I had to go figure out the chords and what I was actually playing and what key it was in and stuff. But from that, like I don't even remember writing it. It was just in my notes. So hope you guys enjoyed that little breakdown of that. And I'm gonna go break down the actual Logic session so you can see how I'm recording it, what I did, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. God bless and peace out.